Hello everyone and welcome to another mini sky tonight. Since it was widely expressed that everybody enjoyed the last one that I did, I decided to do another one to kind of show you what you can see up in the nighttime sky. So today I'm going to focus on the circumpolar constellations. These are some of the constellations you can see when you're facing north. And they're up there in the sky for a long period of time since they go around the North Star. So let's check out a few of them. Again, I have the program called Stellarium, which you can be able to download for free using stellarium.org, and you can download it to your computer and be able to interact with it and many other things as well. So let's click and drag here to where we're facing north. And we have a beautiful daytime sky. And again, we can't see the stars because we have an amazing atmosphere. Our atmosphere is what protects us from the sun and gives us the beautiful air we can breathe, but we can't see stars through it. And the reason being is because the water molecules that exist in our atmosphere. Light from the sun hits the water molecules in our atmosphere, and those water molecules act like prisms or rainbow catchers in the sky, and it spreads the light out into its many colors. Blue light, however, easily reflects in water, and it bounces around from water molecule to water molecule, just going around, staying up in the sky for a longer period of time. Hence why we have a blue sky. But because of this, we can't see the stars through it. So we can either do one of two things. We have to wait until the sun sets, or the great thing you can do with this program is you can take off the atmosphere. All right, so everybody take a deep breath. And now we're take away the atmosphere. And we can see the beautiful stars that you can see up in the sky. Now, this is what the sky would look like on a celestial body that has no atmosphere. So that's the great thing about our atmosphere, is that it gives us the beautiful blue skies that we see every day, and it gives us our weather and the air we can breathe, but sadly it blocks the stars, but that's okay. So today, as I mentioned, I'm going to focus on the circumpolar constellations. So let's rotate the sky to what the sky will look like roughly tonight. So you can be able to find some of these circumpolar constellations when you step outside with you and your family. And let's rotate back just a tad. There we go. So this is what the sky looks like roughly around about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock tonight. And over here, we see these 3 stars and these 4 stars right here that kind of form a bowl and a handle. Many of you recognize this group of stars as the Big Dipper, but its proper name is called Ursa Major, the Great Bear. In fact, let's bring up the constellation lines again. As you can see, Ursa Major covers a bigger area than normally what is covered in just the Big Dipper part. In fact, the Big Dipper has gone by several different names. In Scandinavia, it's called the plow, kind of like one of the old-fashioned plows that had a blade on the front of it, and you use a horse to dig out trenches in your fields. In England, it was called Charles Wain, or Charles Wagon, like a little red wagon. To me, I see it kind of like a ladle, but that's the great thing about asterisms. You can call it whatever you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the 2 stars at the end of the Big Dipper's bowl and follow them in a straight line, and you run into the star right here. This is called Polaris, or commonly known as the North Star. But it's gone by other different names as well. For example, the Polynesians called this star Hokopa'a, which means the fixed star, and allow me to show you why. Just keep an eye on Polaris right here and tell me if it moves. That little dot that you see kind of zipping through the skies, those are satellites. That's the great thing about this program too, is it keeps track of satellites. I don't know about you, but I didn't see it move. That's what makes the North Star such an incredibly useful star. Not only does it point towards the north, it's always up every night of the year in the same spot. So you can always find it no matter what time of night. And it's also a great tool for navigation as well. In fact, notice the gap between the North Star and the horizon right here? If you measured the angle of that gap, it would tell you your latitude here on the Earth. Currently, I have that gap set to 29 degrees, which is the latitude of San Antonio, 29 degrees north. But the great thing about Stellarium is that you can change your location to whatever you would like. So if you change your location to what it looks like at your specific spot, you'll notice that the North Star may drop or go up depending upon where you're located on the Earth. So if you were to put the North Star at 90 degrees, you would be at the North Pole. If you decided to go visit the equator, the North Star would be on the horizon. So you can find your location as well as your directions using just the North Star. And of course, this constellation right here that is extending off of the North Star is Ursa Minor, the little bear. Yeah, I don't know about you folks, between you and me, I have yet to see a bear out of this as well. I still see a Little Dipper, and that's okay. Nonetheless, let's use the Big Dipper again to find another constellation. So if you take the 2 stars at the end of the Big Dipper's bowl, and you go to Polaris, if you keep going, you'll run into this star right here. This star is at the tip top of the constellation Cepheus. He's supposed to represent a king, which is a part of the story of Clash of the Titans. He's Andromeda's father. I don't know about you, I don't see a king out of this. I see a house. I like to call it the house constellation. But of course, with every king, there's a queen. Right next to Cepheus is the constellation Cassiopeia, the queen. I call it the lazy W or the lazy M in the sky. But also I want to show you folks something really interesting in the sky that you can see around the Big Dipper right now. It is a comet. In fact, if you go over here to the search window, you can look for any type of object that you would like to see. Like if you wanted to see the Orion Nebula, if you wanted to see the Horsehead Nebula, if you wanted to see a galaxy, you can simply type in here of any type of object you would like to see and it will take you straight to it. But the comet I want to show you folks that you can see is called Comet ATLAS. And over the course of the next couple of months, it's going to start getting brighter. So let's take a look at it where you can see it right now. Now, when I type into Atlas, you can see that a different other group of objects also appear because Atlas is used in different objects as well. So the one we want to look for is actually this one right here, which is C/2019, which means comet found in the year 2019. So what we're going to do is we're going to click and drag and copy that. We're going to paste it here in the search bar, and we go search. So even Stellarium keeps track of current comets. And right about in here is where you can find the Comet Atlas. So if you have a pair of binoculars or a small telescope, look inside this area and you'll see this kind of little fuzzy star. Yeah, it's really, really faint. As you can see, it has a magnitude 16, so it's kind of very faint. So I recommend going out as far away from city lights as possible in order to see this. But over the course of several months, it will start getting brighter, hopefully. To quote David Levy, he often said, comets are like cats. They both have tails and they do whatever they want. Nonetheless, folks, this is what I wanted to show you folks today. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I would be happy to cover another topic if you would like. Until next time, stay safe, and as always, never stop learning. Catch you guys later.